Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are lucky enough indeed to be doing it too with or upon. I am Bushka on Blitz, and I am back with another action-packed premium tank. We're wrapping this one up. This is the latest tractor to hit the fields. This is not the LOL tractor, it's not the Waffle tractor, the Tier 9 TD, it is in fact the Tier 3 GROBtraktor, or as I like to call it, the second coming of the duck bunker. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the Panzer B2 has a very duck-looking profile. That big fat body and the little head tucked on the front, and the GROBtraktor is very much of that family. Unlike the Panzer B2 though, the Tier 4 Premium, this is not a very heavily armoured tank. Now this is a funny one because it looks to be a heavily armoured tank. Most of these old World War I looking things with the trucks on the outside, kind of like a Shah B1 look, tend to have a heavy armour profile, but not so the GROBtraktor. The Grob has bugger all armour and a whole lot of pace with a big dose of alpha. For Tier 3, it's got a 160 alpha gun, which is an awful lot and makes it a killer for a Peekaboo tank. Its mobility as well is fantastic. 44 kilometers an hour will get you out there moving nice and fast, and with 41 degrees of turret traverse, you'll have no problems at all tracking targets. The track traverse itself is 36 degrees, which is very good for a tank of this size and length. And at Tier 3, with this kind of alpha, those kind of traverse numbers and that kind of speed, you'll be apples. It's not exactly an ideal tank for side scraping though, although I did attempt to side scrape it to bits when I first got a hold of it on the test server, and the results were edgy at best. The thing you can do with this tank is move it around, be mobile, and get shots on people's flanks and weak points. And when you get the chance to do it, you can also use the HE. Now the gun, 43 degrees of penetration, 43 millimeters of penetration on your AP rounds, 87 on your heat, and 38 on your HE. So you may as well be firing HE as AP most of the time, because your penetration numbers are nearly as good on your high explosive rounds as they are on your AP rounds. 2.2 seconds of aim time is grand, and the 160 alpha is brilliant. 4.29 rounds a minute will give you a solid dose of damage per minute for this tier. Where it struggles is on the dispersion. Now, you don't get many tanks at Tier 3 that have great dispersion numbers, and the GROBtraktor, the GROBtraktor is no different to this. Its gun is pretty rubbish in terms of dispersion, but you don't get marksman at Tier 3. This is a 0.50 dispersion gun. You do have a nice 2.2 second aim time, which for the tier is pretty solid, and your alpha is really the key. 160 alpha, when a lot of these tanks have very low hit point numbers, is really solid. It lets you do a couple of big Peekaboo shots, pull back, reset your camo, and go all over again. So you got a funky looking tank, big alpha, very good mobility, 44 kilometers an hour, great traverse numbers, 36 degrees of traverse on your tracks, 41 degrees on your turret, and look, it's a fun tank. And Tier 3's not going to hurt at all. If you're looking for a little bit of extra value add in the Founders Pack, this is a very nice way of looking at it. It's unique. There's not really much else like it running around now. The only thing that even comes close is the duck bunker at Tier 4, but the GROBtraktor is a whole new kettle of fish. As always, I'm Bushka on Blitz. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The podcast is up and running now. You can search that on iTunes. Just search for Bushka and it'll pop. There's an RSS feed there on the website, www.bushkaonblitz.com/podcast, or you can always join the sponsors group on Patreon, patreon.com/Bushka on Blitz. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate all the comments. Enjoy the game. Look after your families and stay safe on the battlefield.